Hey, you need a round?
Yeah. Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, Guns I Like to Fire. Today we have the 357 Henry all-weather.
Look!
Threat.
All right, guys, now that we just shot the Henry all-weather, let's get into some specs about it and a little bit of the history. Benjamin Henry patented the Henry rifle in 1860. This does mean that this rifle would see some combat use in the Civil War. Even though its service history in the Civil War was limited, the Henry rifle was used abundantly during the move from the east to the west in the United States. This here is a repeating rifle, obviously. As the Henry rifle is a repeating rifle, it proved its ability to shoot quicker than the other rifles at the time, such as the black powders and the bolt actions. Dang it. No, those weren't there yet? Like trapdoors, black powders.
You're gonna have other repeating rifles at the time, like you'll have like the Spencer, you'll have the Springfield trapdoor.
Yeah.
That would come in like around that right afterwards.
This particular rifle was based off the original Henry repeating rifle. At the time, this was one of the fastest shooting rifles due to its lever action. The .38 Special cartridge was designed and put into action in 1898. At the time, this replaced the .38 Long Colt, and it was meant for black powder and revolver usage. Back when this was developed, the major advantage of designing a lever action rifle that could take .38 Special is that you could have both your long gun and your revolver and have them use the same round. So we all know that there's other brands of lever actions. A big one is Marlin, but when I particularly was searching for a lever action, I wanted something that I would know would withstand multiple generations and whatever weather I put it in, and that's why my research ended me up on the Henry all-weather. So this Henry all-weather was my first lever action rifle. I really wanted to get into a lever action just honestly because I thought they were cool. I always watch Western movies. You always see the cowboys using them. You want to feel cool like that. And the lever action is really neat because it's kind of like driving a manual car. After every single time you shoot, you have to unload the round and then load a new round in. Then decock it. So Henrys have a few quirks about them. This is the updated one that it has the side gate for loading, which I prefer to use the side gate, but you can also use the front tube with the spring retention system by twisting that and then taking it out and loading it. But to load this through the side gate, it has a couple quirks because you have to kind of load them about halfway into there, and then you can put the next round in. This might be my favorite rifle that I own, but if I had two complaints about it, it would be that the sighting system isn't my favorite. It's kind of these buckhorn sights. The top of the receiver is tapped for multiple screws, which you could put a Picatinny rail for a scope or a red dot mount. I think that this rifle would look amazing with a red dot on it, and it would probably shoot a little bit better. I personally could be more accurate with it. The only other complaint I have with this lever action is that when you're gripping it, you have to make sure that your hand is only on the wooden grip. If you put your thumb over the barrel, you're gonna get burnt after you've shot it a couple times. One thing you will have to note if you own one of these, that when you are manhandling the lever to get the rounds in and out, I've noticed that some of these screws do tend to back themselves out, so you might have to Loctite some of those. If you do have issues with this rifle though, what I love about Henry is that they have the lifetime warranty, so it's always there if you need it, and their customer support is really nice. Following up with another quirk about the Henrys, if you're training a new shooter on this, you really have to make sure they understand that you have to fully stroke out and fully stroke back in to get that round to exit and then another one to feed in. If you don't fully do that and kind of manhandle a little bit, you might experience a few jams there. So it's really cool to shoot. Henrys do have some quirks. This is the updated model. So it has the side loading gate, but you can also load it from the tube in the front. Lever.
Pull the lever, Gronk.
I really do love lever guns because every time you shoot these, you want to just speed it up and see how fast you can open and close the lever and how fast you can get off rounds. You'll see in some of the shooting clips that you really just want to keep going. You're like, dang, I want to get that one out and get the next one in and get back on target and start shooting again. The 357 cartridge was designed by Smith & Wesson in 1934. This was based on the smokeless 38 Special and has a slightly longer casing and slightly upcharged in its powder. This was the most powerful cartridge at the time and is still very popular due to its power and lower recoil. And you know, everyone wants to feel like a cowboy. As aforementioned, the 357 is powerful and it can take down a lot of small game, varmints, and some bigger games such as deer, but you'll have to be closer than about 150 yards to do so. This is also the perfect range gun for new shooters as it's multi-caliber, which means that you can put a new shooter into 38 Special that doesn't have much recoil with this much weight, but when they advance, you can also put them into a 357 so they can get accustomed to a little bit more recoil with the same controls. Vibes. How should we really test this thing? See what it can do.
Bill drill?
Gotta have a bill drill in the video.
We have to. And maybe we could do after that, maybe do
1on1?
yeah, 1-on-1.
1-on-1?
Sorry, I'm retarded. One reload one? I'm leaving that in there. I don't give
We're
a
gonna
fuck.
do a 1-on-1. Alright, I get the gun.
I'm gonna run at you with a knife and I gotta be under 21 feet.
21 feet?
No, you gotta have it from the holster.
No. Holster?
Yeah, you gotta have it in your shorts that you can still carry.
Low ready. So, from here to that, let me do this target because there's less on it.
You wanna move it? You wanna come over?
I don't think I can hip fire that.
You wanna start at like 5 feet?
I feel like we should. All right. So which one's faster? From the hip or from the shoulder?
From the low ready?
Well, this is just from the hip.
Hmm.
First one, from the hip. All right. So we're already cocked everything. You tell me when.
Go.
I got him. That was such a good hit. Clear.
Oh, fuck. Sorry. Hang on. First day on the camera.
Right there. That's a good hit.
Go.
Wasn't more accurate, but. Wait, what happened? What happened? All right, yep, one from the hip. Let's see if you can get as good of a hit as I did.
Let's see here.
I was not on the trigger, and I was not pointed at the target yet.
So you like this?
Yep, you gotta aim and shoot.
All right. On you.
Go.
Ooh, that's pretty good, dude.
I see the hit.
Clear. Just, I think it was this one right there.
Yep, it was.
Perfect.
That was mine?
Yeah.
That was yours.
Not bad, dude.
All right, let's do a low ready. Go.
Clear.
Good hit.
Yeah, it was.
A little high.
A little high. Right here, though. I get it, I mean, it's, 7 yards, but it's still It's still good.
Yeah.
I think though, faster wise though, I think it was actually from the hip.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
gonna be
think
curious when I put the timer on
it
to see
was
how it
faster
was.
from the hip, I'm pretty sure. Milliseconds.
And dude, it's interesting because like you don't really shoot any other guns, like maybe shotguns from the hip
Yeah.
if you need to, and that's like an emergency oh shit situation.
Yeah.
But it's still it's a fucking vibe, dude, when you're shooting from the hip.
It is.
And you're just like this.
I was surprised that my hit was that good.
Yeah, dude, you're on. I was like, I'm not gonna beat
I've
that.
never shot from the hip before.
Threat. Oh, dude, that was nice.
Trying to figure out. I was still low, but.
Yeah, I think it was, no, it was the one on the left. It was
That's
right
what I
there.
thought.
I think it was crossing the line there. Have you ever met Jesus? You want to? No. Henry Allweather is actually a lot of fun. First time really kind of getting behind it. He brought it out for my birthday a couple years back. And then we just kind of haven't really shot it since. And so I got a little more time on it today. There's definitely things I like about it and things I don't. Starting with we'll start with the negative. We'll be negative first and we'll end on a positive note. How about that? That's pretty good, right? Yeah. Not a fan of the iron sights. I think what Jay was saying earlier was actually adding a pick rail up top here and being able to have red dot, I think would be much viable. You could even add a scope, maybe go hunting with it, small game type stuff. I think that's probably better. Iron sights work. I'm just not a fan of them. I think it's just because I'm used to shooting a lot more modern rifles with modern irons and like red dots and stuff like that. So it is a cool piece of history to be able to kind of get an idea what they were using back in the day. That's one negative I don't really care for. Another negative I don't like is probably the loading, and that's probably just due to the fact I'm new to it and the manual arms is different than what I'm used to with more modern rifles and stuff like that. Again, I'm more of a modern rifle. I'm kind of a slut for bolt actions too, if I'm being honest, but I haven't really shot a lot of levers. So this is like really my first time. So Justin, I guess you get to pop my cherry on that.
And that's gay.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the loading. It takes a little bit more practice. Have I done?
You like the side gate though.
Yes, I actually do like the side gate. I haven't done the under, like, you know, when you flip it over and load it from underneath. I haven't done that, so I'm gonna say I like the side gate now, but maybe under loading is better. I don't know.
It's way longer.
You think so? I think if we ever, maybe in the future we'll get another one that has. I'll get one that has an underloader, and we'll compare. Maybe that's an idea for a future video. Maybe. Other than that, positives, aesthetically, nice. I like it. Silver and black, that's a vibe. Most people go with the gold and like the light brown or like maybe the dark brown. You want kind of a different direction, which I like it. Yeah, so I like this because I kind of see like a part of history and kind of see this comes around the time of the Civil War. They were generally bought privately because there was kind of a conspiracy going on between the government and Springfield Armory, and they didn't really want Springfield to go under, so they didn't really accept this in the military service officially, but you could purchase it privately, buy the ammo privately, and field it that way. Overall, I'm a big fan of this. I think if you are a collector, I think you should have a lever gun in your collection. They come in a multitude of calibers ranging from 22 all the way up to 45, 70, 308. I've seen some of them. You were saying that earlier, and then I've seen in 5.56. So the caliber of your choice, you can find it and you can get in a lever gun. That's all I got. I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new here. Love having you guys here. We're gonna try to make more content more regularly. Just trying to get ammo and sourcing different rifles that we think would be kind of fun and interesting to have on the channel. Takes us a little bit because we do purchase everything ourselves, and it takes us a little bit every time getting that stuff together. But we hope you guys enjoy the video, and we'll see you guys next time. Later.
Lever.